Welcome to 4 Mile Circus. 4 Mile Circus is a podcast by 4 Mile Circus, a full-cycle media services company in Brooklyn, New York. My name is Sean Mannion, and with me today via the internet is my partner, Nicole.
Hi.
W. Solomon.
Hi. Yes, that
the
is.
Third
No.
Esquire.
No.
DDS.
That's offensive.
MBA.
I'll take that. We'll make more money that way, right? That's what that means?
Probably, yeah.
If I just start
Yeah.
telling everyone I have an MBA, people will be like, oh, now I will pay your rates without complaining. That's how that works?
Exactly.
Cool.
Yeah.
Great.
You need a couple of them, though. You need an MBA and then a second MBA on MBAs. And then you can make money.
Got it.
And
Handle.
that's financial advice from 4 Mile Circus. Get 2 MBAs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Go into
both
debt.
of them from colleges nobody's ever heard of.
It makes it a lot easier to go to the free kind, if you know what I'm saying.
Exactly. I have a lot of letters after my name. And I have never gone to school in my entire life.
And that's one to grow on, kids.
Solid advice. Nicole,
Yes.
why aren't we talking to anybody today? Why are we talking to ourselves today?
What makes today different from all other days? Is it because we're talking over the internet for a change? No, we do that sometimes. It's less
Yeah,
common.
we talk to other people, yeah.
We talk to other people via the internet. No, it's because it's the start of summer, and we have
Yes.
a lot going on that we want to share with our beloved audience before
All 4 of them.
all 4 of them, because we're going to take a little summer break, which is a thing we have not done since we started this podcast, is take a break. After doing however many episodes we've done, like 60 some, not counting the 4-minute circuses.
Oh, it's 45, not counting the
45.
4-minute circus.
Oh,
So
and
it's like 60 some,
with
including
the
them.
Yeah, so we did a lot of podcasts, basically. I mean, math is
Just a few.
boring, so we don't have to talk about that part any further, but we did a few podcasts. We haven't taken a break. We have a lot going on this summer, some shoots, some other stuff we're going to tell you about. So we're going to take a summer vacation, and we'll be back sometime in the fall bringing you more conversations with independent media makers about how they get shit done. But for now, you're going to have to make do with this special podcast, nice and cozy, with just me and Sean and you. Wow, that sounded creepy.
All right, let's just settle in. And,
Light a candle.
podcast.
I hate this. I need to stop. I was going to keep it going. I couldn't keep it going. Yeah. So we're going to be up to a lot over the summer, like I said, and we also have been up to a lot. What have we been up to, Sean? Is there a 4 Mile Circus movie that is now longer than, I think, the previous longest 4 Mile Circus movie, which was 23 minutes? Do we have something that's maybe a feature-length film? Maybe you had something to do with it? Maybe? I know it's hard to remember.
Are you talking about Meme?
Meme the movie. Yeah, that's it. Not a meme on the internet, like a movie that is titled
a movie named Meme.
Yeah.
Yes. that movie film, which I done directed, just had its world premiere at the Art of Brooklyn Film Festival.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
A festival of film.
A festival of films.
Here in Brooklyn, where we live. And where Meme was made.
Yeah. That's why they took it. The Art of Brooklyn Film Festival is just, you got to be from Brooklyn, shoot in Brooklyn, some sort of connection to Brooklyn, or they won't show you. They won't do it.
Amazing.
They're very strict about that, which is just a good plan for getting people to show up, I think.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
It's like nobody's got to fly in.
Yeah.
Well, maybe some people did, but, whatever.
No, it makes a lot more sense. You want filmmakers there, you want their friends there, you want their cast there, and most film festivals will not pay to fly you and put you up. So that's why, if you're me, you don't go to the ones that are far away very much, because you can't afford to. But Brooklyn...
Well, you go in there in spirit.
Yeah.
In Spigot.
In Spigot?
In Spigot.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
So, yeah, it had its world premiere, and bunch of us went and watched the movie with some other people who hadn't seen the movie, and it went well.
I was there.
You were there. You were there.
I was there.
Because you participated in making of the film.
I did. I helped bring it to the screen.
You were the art director.
That's true.
Yeah.
I directed all the art. I said, shut up, art. More emotion. Faster and more intense.
Faster, harder. Wait, slower. Okay. Yeah, so we had that. And then on Saturday night, that was real nice. And then it was a great festival. I talked to a lot of folks there. I hung out at a lot of the screenings because I could go to them for free because I had a badge. So it's like, okay, I'm going to do this. This is going to be my weekend. It's great.
I don't know why they gave him a badge, but it's good no one took it away from you and you got to see all the films. That's very nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it was nice. It was nice. I got to watch some of them. And then on Sunday, they said, "Hey, let's do some awards." And they said, "Hey, let's give Meme the award for Outstanding Narrative Feature." So Meme is now the award-winning feature film from 4 Mile Circus.
Da, da, da.
There you go. We got a really good review last week for it, in which
from Movie Sleuth, Video Sleuth.
Yeah, from the Movie Sleuth, spoiler-free moviesleuth.com.
We will link in the show notes.
Exactly. And they said...
What did they say, Sean? I don't remember. What did they say about you as the writer-director?
Well, they said, Meme appears to be an average drama about the wiles of a relationship, but it is so much more.
Oh, more?
Once the mashup tape becomes the focus of the second part, Mannion flings us headlong into deeper philosophical exposition using physics versus the human condition.
Wow, that makes you sound
sharp
smart
and surprising way. Meme masquerades as a common relationship drama when in fact it presents a fascinating existential commentary that is perfectly tied up in a full circle approach. Also, they called me a genius.
No, read that part. Read that part. Do you have it there?
I dare say this, and you can quote me. Sean Mannion is a genius.
Oh, and we will quote you.
And I have.
Whatever your name is, reviewer, kind reviewer.
Tasha Danzig of Spoiler Free Movie Sleuth.
Tasha Danzig? Her last name's Danzig?
Yes.
Like Danzig?
Yeah, but I am...
I'm not saying she's related. But same name.
Yes.
Well, Tasha Danzig, you have a great name and you have great taste in movies. Thank you.
I guess I agree.
I liked Meme too. I also thought it was good. Some of those other words I don't know if I would say, but, you know, life is a rich tapestry.
You don't like to have people quote you.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly. I like to be a little more slippery and not get pinned down to what I've said in the past. That's totally me.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So
that went really well.
That went very well, and we're looking forward to more screenings in the near future. We don't have information on that yet, but hopefully we will in the months to come.
Yeah, we're very excited to get Meme out to a wider audience across the country and across the world. And we anticipate a healthy festival run, and eventually it'll be available through other means as well, which is also exciting. Very happy to get this film off on the right foot on its festival journey.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I am very excited for that. Very, very excited. Can you hear it in my voice? The excitement is palpable.
All right, sorry, some cat-created technical difficulties, but we're back now.
Yes, we had technical difficulties.
My cat walked across my keyboard and stopped my recording, is what happened. But anyway, so Meme, yay!
Yes, Meme was very successful this weekend, and we're looking forward to more from it. We also had another screening last week. 2
screenings in 1 week.
Exactly. And this was for a short film, Snacktuary. It's about snacks. Yeah? Snacktuary?
Close.
Have I been reading it wrong?
No, I mean, more or less.
What was it called again?
It was called Sanctuary.
Oh, sanctuary. That has nothing to do with snacks.
Only one N.
Okay. So what does
Not
this? What did you have to do with this sanctuary?
Well, I co-directed it and co-produced it,
With who?
and did the production design as well with Jeanette Sears.
Ah, yes, former guest Jeanette Sears.
Yes, Jeanette Sears is a very talented DP and writer-director who we have had on the show before, and also has worked on a number of 4 Mile Circus projects you may be familiar with. They shot Mayor, and
Correct.
they shot Small Talk,
Correct.
and they shot Beneath the Black Moon, which is the horror film within Meme that also is available to watch on either YouTube or VHS from Magnetic Magic Rentals.
Although I think we're sold out again on that one.
Oh,
Last time I
so
checked,
so
Magnetic Magic
you
Rentals.
snooze, you lose. You should have bought the Grindhouse, the 4 Mile Circus
Yeah.
Grindhouse double feature from Magnetic Magic while you could, and gotten a limited edition VHS tape with original art of Small Talk and Beneath the Black Moon and a bunch of features we dumped on there that I don't even remember what they are. But
There's a lot of them.
bonus stuff.
Bonus stuff.
And it came with a poster. It was super cool. So if it comes back in print ever, you should snag it because it won't be around.
Or it's entirely possible if we're doing an event somewhere, we might have some copies that people could buy.
We might
Maybe.
have a few copies kind of tucked away for a
Just
rainy
somewhere.
day somewhere.
Just somewhere. So tell me about Sanctuary.
Sanctuary is a short that Jeanette wrote about a lesbian couple in New York City in the early 60s. And the film is basically just the period of time late in the evening into the early morning after a raid on the bar they hang out at, which is a thing that used to happen all of the time. Some of you may recall that Stonewall, which many people, credit with kicking off the queer rights movement, at least in this country, was started by a riot in response to a police raid of Stonewall, because that's a thing that would happen all the time. Cops would come in and they would arrest people, often based on this law about how people had to wear 3 items of clothing that were for the quote-unquote, correct gender or sex. I'm not sure what the exact wording was they had, but basically if you were wearing clothes that the police thought were not appropriate for your gender, you could literally be arrested. That was a crime.
That doesn't seem fair at all.
Yeah, I kind of think it wasn't. And so there was
Yeah, that one would go so far as to call that wrong.
So a lot of state violence there that was going on, and it was, a regular part of life for people who found sanctuary in gay bars. And
Sanctuary.
well, that is one of the meanings. I think it's called sanctuary for a bunch of reasons, because also there's the sanctuary of the relationship between these two characters.
Spoilers.
That's a big spoiler. Sorry, everybody. But anyway, so basically, it's a historical period piece of sorts, but also that I feel is very relevant to today, very directly. I think it's a really important piece of history to keep alive. It shocks me, actually, because when we were in pre-production on Sanctuary, some people I would talk to were like, oh, I didn't know that was a thing. That used to happen? I didn't know that. And I'm like, whoa, I guess because to me, I've just known about that stuff for a long time from a pretty young age, given what my personal and political interests were and whatnot. So I just was kind of aware of it and took it for granted. But even though it was not that long ago, it was just a few decades ago. And local, it's local New York City history, although this sort of thing happened, obviously, in other places too. People don't necessarily know about it, and there's been a lot of progress in some respects made over the past few decades, and it's very important to remember how things were not that long ago, and how some people want things to be again.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like this lyric on a song by Jean Grey and Quale Chris, where Quale Chris says the devil's trying to turn this car around. And I think about that line every single day. The devil is trying to turn this car around. And so that's relevant to Sanctuary. But anyway, so Jeanette decided that they wanted to act in it. The other actor in it is Latricia Baker, who is going to be in our upcoming short film, It's Normal, which is another politically minded thing. And when Jeanette decided that they wanted to act in it, they asked me if I would co-direct so that there would be a director on set who was not in front of the camera, kind of just making sure everything was, going along as planned. And I said I would love to do that. And so we did that, and it was great. And I'm really happy with how the film turned out. I think it's lovely. Jessica Kirill Montoya, friend of the show and ours, shot it and did a really, really great job. It looks amazing. And we screened at IndieWorks last week the audience liked us. They liked us so much that they gave us an award. They gave us the Audience Choice Award. So both 4 Mile Circus films that screened last week are now award winners.
So there we go. We're the award-winning 4 Mile
That
Circus.
we are.
So we got the Audience Choice. We got the Best Feature. We got Geniusnesses. And Sanctuaries.
We do.
Yeah.
And we have other things too. I just a few days ago watched a rough cut that my co-host Sean Mannion here prepared of the next thing I'm directing, which is a short film called It's Normal, which we've discussed on the show before. Again, shot by Jeanette, starring Latricia. Some various characters from Meme are in there as well.
Well, actors, the characters.
Well, it depends on how you look at it, actually, because it's possible some of them have changed identities.
I mean, some of them have changed identities
Yeah,
very much.
Sure. People do that. It's a dangerous time, and it's normal. But anyway, Rory and Tara and Chaz and Philip and Karen.
All who appear in some capacity in Meme.
They're all in It's Normal. And so are some other folks as well. And so that's in editing right now. The edit is chugging along. I'm very excited to make Sean's life hell by making him change a bunch of stuff and then change it back and then change.
I'm super busy. I
this is.
I got a thing.
It's on the agenda. You have to do it. This is your thing. No,
I have a thing.
Well,
I can't do the thing. I gotta do the thing.
As much as Sean may protest, it's actually gonna happen, and there's gonna be a new film soon. This is gonna be a horror thing. And I won't say much more now. You can find past episodes of the podcast if you want to hear me.
Yeah, I think we talked
about it more in the past,
before.
But it's another politically minded horror short that is timely, and hopefully you will like it. And that you can look for in the fall. In the meantime, though, a short that Sean Mannion wrote and directed, that I produced.
I feel like that is generous to suggest that I wrote it.
You decided the things for people to do in it.
Yes. No, I'm just teasing. Yes. What did I do?
Rubber Ducky.
Rubber Ducky. Which is about a woman who, after getting into a fight outside a club, finds a rubber ducky on the street. And then it gets weird.
Yeah, there's some animation. There's some music.
Yeah, there's some animation and music and stuff, and there's a teaser available on the YouTubes for it, so people can check that out.
Where can they see the actual movie this summer, though?
They can't see shit.
Not yet, but...
No. In August, it is due to be screening at the August screening for IndieWorks, so we're looking forward to that. And in the hearts and minds of every child.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you just have to open them up to get to it.
Yeah, cool. So, in August, you can see Rubber Ducky if you're in the New York area, and hopefully it'll be in other festivals soon. And fingers crossed. And in the meantime, that's stuff we're doing this summer, as well as we have some production coming up. We are going to be working, or we have been working, with the Audra's Revenge Film Collective on a short vampire movie called Bitten, a Tragedy. And there's going to be a lot more about that coming up over the summer, ways that you can participate in helping to make this film helping to get this film made. Is that a sentence that made sense?
There are going to be a lot of ways for you to help get this film made over the summer.
So stay tuned to audrasrevenge.com, I believe is the website. I will put the correct URL in the show notes. And also stay tuned to our website, 4milescircus.com, and social medias, because we're going to be talking about all of that a lot over the summer. And we also have some other productions we're involved with that we don't want to say too much about right now.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff on
We got a lot of stuff, which is why we can't be cranking out a podcast for your lazy asses. Wow.
Whoa.
If our listenership didn't like being insulted, would they really listen to this podcast?
Listen, all four of them are fine people, except that one
guy.
You know who you are.
I mean, I don't even know why you're listening, frankly.
You know who you are.
So yeah, so that's what we're doing. And we're gonna wrap this up, right? We're gonna bring them a little bit. The remainder of the podcast pretty soon is gonna be the Q&A from the screening of Meme at the Art of Brooklyn Film Festival last weekend, just a few days ago. There was a nice Q&A with Sean and Sarah and some other members of the cast. It was you, Sarah, Peter,
Carolyn Maher, the producer
and hero of every set.
Peter and hero of every set, and Peter Westervelt, the director of photography, as well as myself and Sarah Schoofs, who's the star of Meme. We went up and we sat at the table in front of all the peoples, and we answered some questions from this year's guest director for the Art of Brooklyn Film Festival, Victoria Negri, whose film Gold Star, starring Robert Vaughn of The Man from U.N.C.L.E., his last film, won the Art of Brooklyn's Best Feature last year. So she hosted our Q&A. She had a couple questions for us. And there wasn't a whole lot of time. We ran a little bit long, so there was only opportunity for one question from the audience. But if you have questions about Meme, you can friend Nicole on Facebook and ask her. Nicole wants to be your friend on Facebook.
No, that's not. I don't know anything about Meme. No, what you can do is you can tweet at Sean Mannion.
Please, tweet at me a lot.
Tweet at him a lot. He likes that. Just constant. Tweet at him a lot, and send him gifs of everything I can think of to say that would annoy you. I don't actually want to say on the podcast because I'm not trying to burn bridges. If you know Sean, you know how to get his goat.
You be a real
go
goat
forth
getter.
And goat get. That's all I'm saying. Be a real go-getter. That's our motto.
So yeah,
that's the
so
4
we
Mile
got
Circus
that.
way.
We're gonna wrap up with that. But before we do, again, we just want to say we're gonna be taking a little break for just the next couple months. So if you miss us, just listen to past episodes. There's a lot.
Delve into our vast archives.
We're hoping to come back strong in the
a lot
fall
of us.
with some exciting fun new folks that we're going to be talking to. But we just wanted to make sure that we maintained the quality of the podcast, and in order to do that, with all the other stuff going on, we need to take a little break before we can come back. And do it again.
There's only so many hours in the day, and
I use a lot of.
You wouldn't. Yeah, and you wouldn't like us when we're tired and sober.
So that being said, we'll leave you guys with the Q&A from this weekend. I will just say that the first question that Victoria asked was cut off, but she was asking about the films within the film and the beer commercials that are in Meme, all of which are on our YouTube channel, both Beneath the Black Moon and our set of beer commercials that were made for Meme. So she's just asking about the process for that, and then I answered that, and then you'll hear the rest.
The Q&A commenced, and you can go to memethemovie.com for Sean's blog series about the making of Meme, as well as all sorts of other cool information about the film. Obviously, 4milecircus.com, at 4 Mile Circus on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook. We will tell you about upcoming screenings of Meme and all our other stuff and how to be involved. And thank you for listening if you've listened this far. Thank you for being interested in what we do.
How dare Wait, I mean, thank you. They're the same in my...
yeah, if they've listened this far, they know.
They know. They understand. You're the only people that understand.
Enjoy the Q&A.
I miss you.
Yeah. If you sure you don't want to keep doing the podcast over the
God,
summer,
yes.
Sean?
There's too much shit going on.
You can do that alone.
No, I mean,
talk directly to your
I mean,
people.
I can't do it over the summer.
Oh,
I can't.
Well,
it's busy. It's busy in the fall when I'm bored.
You can bond with Sean more in the fall. In the meantime, please enjoy this Q&A about the making of Meme, and we'll catch you later. Happy summer.
Happy summer.
Go to the beach or something.
Don't go to the beach.
Q&A. All right, I think we're done.
Just with this aspect too is were those in the script? How did you discover the films within the film, and how do we get our hands on Beneath the Black Moon?
So the idea of having films within the film was always there. What exactly they were was not. The Beneath the Black Moon, we had the title and we had the poster, and we had the videotape that he had, and I hadn't written the script yet. I had an idea that it was going to be like this 80s satanic panic horror movie about witches and things, and that it was going to be just very over the top. Didn't know at the time how much we were going to shoot, and then ultimately we shot the whole film over 11 months, mostly on weekends or whenever we could. I could convince people to show up, and so we had a break during the summer because of like different availabilities, and finished the script, and then we shot Beneath the Black Moon separately there, and you can actually watch. There's a full 10-minute version of Beneath the Black Moon that is available currently on YouTube, or if you want it on VHS, there are some VHS copies out there. That's a double feature with my business partner Nicole Solomon, who's over here. A short film, Small Talk. They're both sort of quirky horror films and very appropriate for the VHS medium. The beer commercials. When did we come up with the beer commercials? Well, so we had the beer. I had the beer very early on. Do you remember when we came up with the beer commercials exactly? No, you don't. No, it was a process of we had this beer, and I remember when I came up with this. So I thought, it would be kind of a couple times. I thought, it would be kind of fun to shoot some commercials for this beer brand that I made, so that she always had something, and I didn't have to worry about labels. And then we were shooting the pinball scene, and Peter was setting up that scene with Aaron Clayton, who's also here somewhere. And right there, and Carolyn was supervising them, and I was kind of just trying to stay out of the way. And I thought, what'd be really funny is if they had the Wotan, the god, was their mascot. And I'd met Jeff Davis, who is also here on set a couple of times. He's a friend of Peter's, and he's great. He's very funny, and I thought it would be so much fun to get Jeff to do this. And so, just sort of in this moment in between waiting for people to do it, I was like, okay, It'd be great. We get Jeff to do it. We'll shoot, I don't know what these commercials are going to be. And he's going to play this, like, Norse god. And it'll just be, like, these weird, like, 80s commercials. And I think I wrote them after we shot Beneath the Black Moon. And then we shot them last, actually. That was the last stuff we shot was that in this bar in Brooklyn that was actually open for about half of the shoot for the commercials. But yeah, they kind of came up as we were going. Like, I knew Beneath the Black Moon was going to be in there somehow. In terms of like, he was searching for this.
That plot point.
Was there, and the name was there, and the poster and the basic concept was there. But the actual story was, I didn't even know how much we were going to do. I thought maybe at first we were just going to do, like, the couple scenes that might show up in the movie. We ended up doing, like, a whole, like, thing that's kind of a thing on its own that people can find now and watch.
Can you talk about that more, like finding these things as you went? And you mentioned shooting over weekends over, I think, 11 months?
Yeah,
you said?
11 months, yeah.
So what did that kind of space allow you in terms of working with your team and figuring out and problem solving as you went? Was it, obviously it's stressful from a scheduling standpoint, but it's also really helpful because then you can take your time with certain things. So can you talk about that?
I think it's really helpful. We shot with virtually no budget, me going into debt for it, which made it easier for me because, okay, if we're shooting like 2 weekends this month, that's easier for me to pay for what we need than all month. But in terms of scheduling, it was both a good thing because it was not trying to, like, force things too much, but also it became a difficulty because you stretch things out that far. People have lives, like, that don't involve making my movie, that are much more important, honestly, than making my movie. So we came up into conflict with that a couple of times. One was, like, in March of that year, we had to juggle schedules a little bit, and I think, Peter, you had to cancel a flight or move a flight, which was very kind of you, and Shivanta had to. He's a musician.
He had a beard.
He had to get rid of. He had his beard. He had his beard, and he had to shave it off for something else. So we had to, like, rearrange stuff.
Yeah.
And he had to. And he's a musician, and he had to cancel some studio time. And you know, it was me trying not to ask people to do that, and then people doing it because they were very kind.
I don't know.
Go ahead.
I don't know if you noticed, but his beard is visibly different in different scenes.
I noticed it.
I did.
Yeah, no, you probably didn't, but, like, he was like, oh shit, beard. Yeah, sorry, that's.
But no. Just interject anytime you want. But I think, like, over time, like, the difficulty was the benefit was scheduling, but the difficulty was scheduling. But the benefit was also, like, really, we got to get together, like, Carolyn and Peter and I got together, usually like a week or so, maybe a little less, before the shoot weekend, and we were able to plan, and we were able to be a lot more, I think, flexible in terms of what we needed. And sometimes that meant also Peter going, like, okay, so last time kind of sucked the way that we did it. We didn't plan enough for this one. And me going, you're right, I'm an asshole, I'm sorry.
And then I step up to the whiteboard.
The whiteboard.
Put some diagrams of whatever our next location is.
Yes.
Just shooting over 11 months. It gave us a really nice opportunity to break up a lot of the stress and tension that comes with shooting, you know, days in and days out. And so it was always really wonderful to see everybody on set because it had been a couple of weeks. Yeah. And we got like a new chance every weekend sometimes to, you know, attack some of the problems that we had weeks before and take a new approach. And then, you know, when we got into a groove with either a certain location or a certain style, we could play around with things and get some really beautiful shots.
Can we talk about your location?
Oh, yes.
Okay. And okay, so I'm going to talk about the breakup scene.
Oh God,
Okay.
do it.
So, and this is at your apartment, right? So she knows the people so we were having the breakup scene, and we'd had all the other scenes, the sex scene and everything else prior, and we'd done everything. And so, like, we were exhausted, and we were doing, like the end of the, like, climax not sex scene, but the breakup scene. And, like, we're just like, this is where we need all of our emotion. And there were these little kids playing basketball outside, which was fucking up sound. And so, like, you could hear bounce. And so this beautiful woman goes out, and she's just like, hey, guys.
Stop it, children.
Well, actually,
Yeah.
first we sent out Kitty.
I was like, no, that was me.
First we sent out Kitty.
Oh, I thought it was you first. Oh, Kitty. So Kitty went out, and she tried, and then you went out next, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so then we're like, okay, good. We're going to get this in. It's the last scene. We're going to get it. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be great, because we've been building up to this scene. And then they came back with, like, good, it's gonna be good, and then, like, we're like ready, go, and all we hear these little kids outside, fuck your movie, go, 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 go. And they just start screaming, and and that's basically like, and then we had to go in between parts of these angry children outside, screaming and trying to mess up our movie for no reason, and that is filmmaking.
Well, and so they were doing that because they could see us from the street, and so stressing everybody out, which, you know, I'm sure you and Shavantha hate hearing this, but it totally helped the scene. You guys were so much more angry.
Shavantha, we had to stop him from running out and annihilating those children. He almost beat them up, but he's a good kid. He's nice. He wouldn't have actually beat them up. He's not here, but he's a very good guy. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, and he was in his underwear. I had to block him physically from going out the door in his underwear to yell at children in February. Yes, February. It was not a warm February either.
So we're pretty much out of we're pretty much out of time. So if there's one audience question, yes, you.
I found the scenes where you were in the office with the two people that were critiquing your work. I found that the character development in those scenes was really interesting, that it sort of like rode the roller coaster of the character throughout the movie. And was it intentional that at that very last scene you were sitting on the opposite end of the room, blocking the only exit from the room? I mean, you wrote the movie, so was that like a significant part? Because at every other scene, your back was against the wall, you were backed up into a corner, and then at the very end, you're on top and you're blocking the exit, and they're sort of bowing down. Was that like an intentional thing that the character develops in that way, and then at the very end, you see?
Yeah. That was actually those scenes were all shot. That was our first weekend, and that was we hadn't shot anything else, and we just kind of designed that to be at the end. We were talking about the scenes, and when I was working with everybody, we just said, you know what, this last scene, the dynamic shifts, so she should shift. She should be on the other side. They should have their back to the wall, and she should be the one who's got that sort of openness behind her because she's got command of it. But thank you. Somebody noticed, guys. We did it, and somebody noticed.
One more round of applause for everyone involved with me. And thank you so much to all of you for coming to the screening and checking out more films. We have one more film tomorrow, and then the awards ceremony. Also, there's a party at Custom House. If you got a bracelet, you get discounts on drinks. And do not forget, most importantly, audience awards. Go vote. Vote for these guys on the table outside. Circle, meme. Thank you so much, and have a great night. Yeah, congrats again, guys. Thank you.
And that was The 4 Mile Circus, a podcast produced by 4 Mile Circus Media Services in Brooklyn. I am Nicole Solomon. My partner, Sean Mannion, is the writer-director of Meme. Check that out at festivals and wherever you can. And also keep your eyes open for Sanctuary, the short film I co-directed with Jeanette Sears, as well as Rubber Ducky, Sean Mannion's other film. It is a short, it is partially animated, it is really weird, I find it quite delightful. Also, coming soon, It's Normal, which Sean and I co-wrote. I directed it, he's editing it right now. It's a very topical horror film that hopefully soon you will be able to enjoy. In the meantime, enjoy your summer, try to relax a little bit, and we'll get back to you in the fall. We're going to be doing some movie stuff in the months in between, but thank you so much for listening. You can hit us up, 4 Mile Circus, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, 4milecircus.com, etc. See you on the internet, and you will hear us again next fall. Bye.